Hey, Dr. J is here, and I'm back to give you the last two pillars of the science of reading. We've had phonological awareness, we've had phonics, we've had vocabulary and background knowledge, and today we're going to do fluency and comprehension. So what is fluency? Fluency is how smoothly and accurately a child reads. It's not about reading fast. It's about reading like we talk. It's smooth. It's not choppy. It's correct where most of the words are read correctly. It's expressive. Their voice matches what's happening in the story. Fluency is like riding a bike, right? At first, they're a little wobbly. They're slow, lots of stops, braking a lot. But then later, they get smooth. They're steady. They're confident. They're zigzagging. They're popping willies. Just like riding a bike improves with practice, fluency grows with repeated reading. So, how do we build fluency skills? There are many, but I'm only going to tell you about a few. Children need to hear what fluent reading sounds like before they can do it on their own. So for young children, 5 and under, read out loud, read with drama, change your voice for different characters, and emphasize the punctuation marks. Reread old favorites. Now, I know you might not like reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar for the 50th time, but I guarantee you that it's one of the best ways to build confidence. Read predictable textbooks or stories with repetitive phrases to allow children to get familiar with the rhythm, which builds muscle memory. For beginners, practice echo reading, where you read a short sentence and your child, you read it with expression and your child reads it the same exact way. For children, when they get a little bit older, 6 or 7, practice choral reading, where you and your child read a familiar paragraph together. This strategy is like training wheels, where your voice provides the rhythm and the pace for theirs. So that's choral reading. Then you want to practice paired reading, where you read one page, let your child read the next page. This prevents reading fatigue because that hinders fluency. Okay, so keep reading for about 10 to 15 minutes with young children, 20 minutes as the children get older. We don't want to frustrate them. We want them to enjoy reading. If your child misses 5 words on a page, it may be too hard for fluency practice. We practice fluency with books where they can read 95% of the words. And that's why reading the same book over and over again is beneficial for them. So that's fluency. On to comprehension. Comprehension is just building understanding. It's being able to understand what you read and make connections. We ask questions like, what just happened? Why do you think that happened? What might happen next? What does the character feel like? What do you think will happen next? How do you feel if you were the character? So we ask these questions during and after a story. And you can test comprehension with any story, really. Comprehension is like, think of it as like a movie. You don't just hear the words, you understand the characters, the feelings, and the story itself. If your child is reading all of the words correctly, that's decoding, that's good. But if they're not comprehending what they're reading, that's an issue. So think of it like this. Fluency is how the reading sounds, reading like we talk. Comprehension is what the reading means, being able to explain the story. And both are they're two sides of a coin. If reading is choppy, it's hard to understand the story. And if they don't understand the story, they may not enjoy reading enough to build fluency. So remember, you need phonological awareness, phonics, vocabulary and background knowledge, fluency and comprehension, and you need it taught explicitly and systematically to build strong, confident readers. So there you have it, all 5 pillars. Until next time, keep reading.